Good morning. Welcome to day 5 of this 30-day morning yoga challenge called Flexible Body, Flexible Mind. So this first part of the daily challenge is a 10-minute yoga class, and you'll notice that there's also a second video that goes along with this that gives you a fun challenge to help you take your yoga practice off of the mat and into the world. I'll link that at the end of the video and also in the description box. So today's 10-minute yoga practice is great to get you started in the morning, to improve flexibility, great for all levels, no props required. And the one-word intention, or like the theme that we're working with today in the practice as well as in the daily challenge, is ground. So this idea of grounding, of finding your solid anchor point. So to reflect grounding in our yoga practice, we're actually going to begin standing up in Tadasana at the top of the mat. So you can make your way there. And you'll just want to have your feet roughly hip-width distance apart or so. Arms down by your sides, palms shining forward. And I'm lengthening my tailbone down, drawing my lower belly in a little bit here so that I'm really activating. So I'm pushing all 4 corners of both feet down into the mat and using this grounding energy to lift myself up, to lengthen the crown of the head. And you can also close your eyes. Breathing in and out through your nose. So day 5 of the challenge feels a bit like a milestone to me. I hope so far you've enjoyed the yoga classes and, more importantly, the daily challenges. So even with your eyes closed here, we're going to work on grounding and finding our center of gravity. Go ahead and lean all of your weight forward into the balls of your feet. And then lean as far over to the right as you can. Then lean as far back into your heels as you can. And then all the way over to the left. And find your true center between those points. Go ahead and open up your eyes. We're going to lean on our right leg and pull the left knee in towards our belly. You can hold on to the back of your thigh or the front of your shin. Think of growing a little bit taller in this pose and just invite a few ankle rolls, flex and point through your left toes. Just getting a little bit of mobility here through our extremities. And now keep your left knee up nice and high and let your hands come to your hips. From here, we're going to find Virabhadrasana 2, our warrior 2. So your left foot is going to step all the way back to the back of the mat. My left foot is parallel to the shorter edge of the mat. My right toes are pointing forward. I roughly have my heel aligned with my arch, and then I'm going to reach my arms out. So palms facing down, sink your hips nice and low. Draw the lower belly in. So still grounding down through your feet. Let's find our reverse warrior, left hand down, right arm stretches up, big side body stretch here. And keep the side bend, just go ahead and straighten your right leg. So this is like an exalted triangle pose. Come all the way up and we'll make our way into our full triangle pose. You might want to bring that back foot in a couple inches, narrowing your stance, and then your hips will shift back. You're going to extend that right arm as far as it can go. And when you feel that natural point of resistance, you can drop the right hand down and reach your left arm up. Think of rolling your left shoulder back, rolling your left hip back. Just finding lots of length here. Push your feet into the floor and come all the way back up, and we'll step to the top of the mat again. Finding your mountain pose, feet are hip-width distance apart, palms shine forward, close your eyes. And this time, rock all of your weight back into your heels. Then all the way to the left. all the way forward, over to the right, and back through to center. Open up your eyes. You're going to pull right knee in towards your belly. Try to lift up tall here, no slouching, no rounding, and maybe just roll a little bit through that right ankle, flex and point through your toes. Keep breathing in and out here. Try not to claw or dig your toes into the mat for stability. And you're going to try to keep that right knee up. I know this is challenging, and bring your hands to your hips. So this is hip flexor strength. And then Virabhadrasana 2, your warrior 2. You're stepping that right foot as far back as you can get it. Back foot is parallel to the shorter edge of your mat. My front heel is aligned to the middle of my arch, and I'm going to extend my arms out, palms facing down. So your shoulders are over your hips. Trying to press our left knee open a little bit more. And we can reverse, so right hand to your thigh, left arm reaches all the way up and over, big side body stretch. And simply straighten your left leg. And lift all the way back up through to center. Let's narrow our stance a little bit. So just bring your back right foot in a couple inches. You're going to send your hips back. You're going to stretch that left arm out as far as you can get it before dropping the left hand down and extending your right arm up. And you don't have to look up at the sky. You can keep your gaze down if it feels like it's creating tension in your neck or in your shoulders. Push your feet into the floor. Let's come all the way out and stand at the top of the mat just so we can take a little flow from here. So feet hip width distance apart. You're going to inhale, reach your arms wide, palms come together to touch. Exhale, fold all the way down. You can bend your knees as much as you'd like here. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, lift up. And plant your palms, step back to plank pose. We're going to lower down onto our belly. Point your toes back, roll your shoulders back. Cobra Bhujangasana. Just stay here for an extra breath. Keep your elbows hugging in. And release. Let's find downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hands are shoulder width distance apart, feet are hip width distance apart. So can you even feel some grounding energy here through the pose, pushing down into your knuckles and your fingertips, getting strong through this base of support with your feet and your hands, pressing your chest out towards your thighs, any movements that you'd like here. And let's bring our knees down to the mat. I'm going to do an easy version of Balasana, child's pose. So keeping my knees together and reaching my hands back behind me, lowering the forehead to the ground. Breathe in and out through your nose. So I really love to do rabbit pose when I do this kind of seed version of child's pose. You can leave it out if you'd like, but otherwise you're just grabbing a hold of your heels with your hands and see if you can lift your hips up off of your heels and get a big stretch along your spine. There's really not a lot of weight on the crown of my head. It's mostly in my knees and my shins. And let's bring our hips all the way back down. Lift your upper body up. And just take a moment here, rolling your shoulders down and away from your ears. Let the blood flow come back down after that little inversion of rabbit's pose. And we can just twist before we close. So bring your left hand to your right knee and just open, twist your chest to the right. And release, switching sides, right hand to your left knee, left hand back behind you, open twist. And let's release. Come to take a seat in any way that is comfortable. Closing together, palms come together at the front of the heart. Close your eyes. Feel this grounding energy of your tailbone connected to the earth. Feeling this lift you up and grow taller through your spine. And let's close by chanting Om one time. Inhale to chant, breathe in. Om. Thank you so very much for doing this first part of the daily challenge. So now that the yoga practice is done, you can move on and find out what the grounding themed yoga challenge is for today. I'll link that in the description box, and if you're on YouTube, you'll see this on the screen as well. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day and that you feel really good in your body because of this practice. I'll tune in with you again tomorrow morning.